Even though there is tons of evidence that quitting pornography and Nofap has helped millions by now, but there is still some skepticism around it, which is due to the confusion as everybody has access to pornographic sites and are users themselves. They consider it normal. There are lots of people claiming it to be healthy without the awareness of the dangerous long-term side effects of consuming pornography. Now, before I try to convince you why this is wrong, let's understand our special hormone and neurotransmitter called dopamine. It is also known as the feel-good hormone. Dopamine is an important part of our brain's reward system. Dopamine is associated with pleasurable sensations along with learning, memory, motor system function, and many more. You know the feeling when you really crave your favorite food after just thinking about it? That's dopamine. Wonder why you binge watch your favorite TV series? That's dopamine too. Even mundane tasks like studying or doing a job requires dopamine. When dopamine is turned off, you lose the motivation to do anything. In very high doses, it can even cause to lose the will to live, as observed by this gentleman here, Mr. Christian Lucia, a professor in the neurology at University of Geneva, Switzerland. In one of his experiments, the mice have a lever that they can press anytime they want. When they press the button, a special optical sensor which controls specific neurons in their brain activates their dopamine neurons. The mouse quickly starts to show the clear-cut signs of addictive behavior as they happily keep pressing the lever to receive more and more dopamine. Lucia added, if after 2 hours we didn't take them out of the cage, they wouldn't eat, they wouldn't drink, they'd probably die quickly. In other words, overdosing on high levels of dopamine for just 2+ hours could cause the mice to lose the will to eat, drink, or even live. Now, we are not rodents. We have a full functioning brain with rational thoughts. We have responsibilities, family, and friends. So we can't just choose to die, but can become severely depressed and live an unhappy life. Let's talk about what actually happens in the brain. Drugs like cocaine, heroin, Adderall, all work on the dopamine receptors in your brain. They stimulate the dopamine receptors at extremely high level. Your body is constantly trying to maintain the baseline level known as homeostasis. So when presented with levels which are not natural, your brain reacts by decreasing your overall number of receptors, which means lower levels of dopamine. That's why drug users have to increase the amount or strength of the drug they take to hit the same satisfaction. Think about it. Your brain is lowering your receptors that can receive the amount of dopamine, and you keep injecting it with higher and higher amount. You're fighting a losing battle. People with low dopamine receptors have shown signs of the following side effects: fatigue, insomnia, lack of motivation, mood swings, memory loss, social anxiety, low libido, sugar cravings, stress, inability to connect with others, lack of focus. Many studies have also found that low levels of dopamine is cause of depression. Now you must be wondering, simply watching porn can't do that. It's not like taking cocaine. Here is where you're wrong. Ever wondered why all animal species, from largest to smallest, all fight over breeding territory or successfully winning the chance to mate? Or why humans are all over the dating apps trying to find a mate? That's because sexual stimuli is actually the most stimulating dopamine activity you can naturally take part in. Sex is crucial for the survival of your genes, so your body always gives you the highest reward for it. It raises your dopamine levels to about 200%, which is the same amount as morphine and just under cocaine, which stands at 300%. Unlike cocaine, which peaks at 300% for only about a couple of minutes, pornography, on the other hand, has the ability to stay at 200% for as long as you like, for as long as you keep watching those videos. This is due to something called the Coolidge effect. The Coolidge effect experiment was originally conducted by ethologist Frank Ambrose Beach and is best explained by this chart. When scientists put a male mouse in a cage with a female mouse, they observed that the mice would have a ton of sex with her, but over time the male would get less and less interested and have harder time reaching orgasm. This indicated a decrease in his dopamine levels over time. However, when a new female mouse was introduced, his dopamine levels would spike all the way back up, and he'd be able to go at it again. In fact, If the scientists continue to introduce new female mice into his cage, he would keep having sex until he physically could not move. The same Coolidge effect is 100% present in human beings as seen in this chart. The level of penile circumference and arousal started decreasing very quickly with the same video, but showing new video brought the erection back to the starting level. This means while watching pornography, when you keep watching a new video, you keep your dopamine levels raised at 200% for a very long time compared to a natural mating session. Every new video or clip is like taking a small bump of cocaine. But cocaine has a high cost, difficult to get, risk of overdose and illegal. Porn on the other hand is free and unlimited. The entire time you're watching porn, you're bombarding your brain with dopamine levels equivalent to those caused by some hardcore drugs. And of course when that happens, your brain starts decreasing the amount of dopamine receptors you have. Over the years of watching porn, you end up doing some serious damage to your dopamine reward circuits. This is a large reason as to why so many people out there have social anxiety, depression, and lack of motivation. The anxiety levels are all-time high in today's day and age. It's because people are constantly screwing with the level of dopamine. And the worst part? Society encourages them to do so. We are fed with revealing content from every media platform. So when people who finally take on to Nofap challenge or quit pornography for just 90 days, they have reported more motivation, more libido, less anxiety, they felt alive again, more sharpness and alertness, higher energy level, increased social skills, and many more things. Because when they finally stop watching porn, their dopamine level starts returning to normal. Take on the Nofap challenge and I can guarantee that you'll see the same results. Why not start or continue with the No Nut November challenge and see how long you can push it? Maybe take it to the Nofap February. I hope you found this video helpful. I will be making further self-improvement videos on this channel. Subscribe not to miss out. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below and I will try to answer them all. Thank you for watching.